Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to the channel. You are watching The Opinion Junkie. I am your host, Mr. TOJ. Hit the alert bell if you're going to subscribe. I came across an article today on my Facebook page, right? Scrolling down, and I happened across the title of Variety or Hollywood Reporter that said that, and mind you, a lot of my white friends are posting this story because they know how outrageous this shit is. That some producer in Hollywood wanted or suggested that Julia Roberts played the role of Harriet Tubman. And the funny thing about it was, in the writer's room, they kept on saying you can't do it because Harriet Tubman is black. And somebody was like, that was so long ago that no one would even remember. Meaning that black people are so brainwashed or so not inclined about our history in this country that we wouldn't even know the difference. But for some odd reason, we all know that Harriet Tubman is black. I mean, you can't be like, an escaped slave and be one of the conductors on the Underground Railroad and be, a historical. I mean, there's photographs of this lady. So, it's one of those situations where it shows the privilege and arrogance of Hollywood to a degree that's like borderline disrespectful. I mean, it's outright disrespectful. I remember Paul Mooney, the great legend, the comedian Paul Mooney, had stated that one day they're gonna make Madam C.J. Walker or get Meryl Streep to play Madam C.J. Walker. And it was one of those things where you giggled and laughed at it because, I'm not going to believe that. Everybody knew that Madam C.J. Walker is black. But the statement from that producer further illustrates the arrogance of Hollywood, of white Hollywood, that they will actually take somebody like a Harriet Tubman and whitewash her because they believe that Harriet Tubman and that part of history is so far removed from today's generation that we wouldn't even know the difference. That just goes to show you how people who are in control of the media think of those of us who consume it. That's why it's it behooves us to make to take, to be the new black media, so to speak, and tell our own story and produce our own movies, even if it's tiny documentaries that cost about $100,000 to produce. At least we are in control of the narrative, because it shows that even if the movie Harriet starred a black actress with a black writer and or a black director, it's still a white producer behind it who can actually misconstrue the story. They can add stuff, or they can add things and or take stuff away. So I just found it to be a funny and outright disrespectful article. So disrespectful that I actually thought it was a hoax, and I had to Google it like 5 times. And apparently it was a real conversation, and it was a real consideration. Now, it was never said if Julia Roberts got wind of the conversation, but the fact that she was brought up as a suggestion is totally outrageous.